Terrorblade. So I'm excited to see what they can get done right now. And it seems like Gaimin Gladiators, they've made the idea, they're getting in the huddle, they're getting hyped up, figuring out how this is going to go. So what do they got here for the final pick? It is just going to be the Ace Panda. Exactly what you said.
This actually
pierces natural armor. Yes, up against the Terrorblade, he has a lot of natural armor, but when you combine this with the Sven, who's going to give, what, at some point give almost plus 20 bonus armor, everybody gets a plate now for free.
Top lane, well, crit's going to be probably delayed. You've been reminding us people all the time about the fact that the Broodmother doesn't play with the Spiderlings as much, given that this is the ultimate now. This is not the main hook of the hero in the laning phase anymore. But that also means that heroes like the Drow Ranger don't feel as threatened as early. She might be threatened now, though, because she's been left all alone, and she does end up getting eaten alive. Celery left the lane. He got scouted leaving a bit here in this mid lane. Him versus Broom. So far, Broom is actually the primary beneficiary of this. He's gonna, as I say that, just eat a young onslaught into the trample. My bad. As bottom, Ace and the crew actually managed to pressure Fly and get the kill onto the Sven. He was falling very, very low, but I don't even think they needed to wait out that long before they were like, wait a second, he's very far.
He can touch me at all. Nobody can do any damage to me. And then you just get caught out by a lot of his magic damage and you go, oh, okay. I actually do have to be careful. And nice little pick there for Nightfall. And this is the power of the Broodmother, right? Like, you know, Silken Bowler is a very, very strong spell. If you ever get caught out in any of these situations where you're having to stand and fight Insatiable Hunger a Broodmother, you just lose so much HP. And that's why I like this Shadow Shaman as well.
Shackles. Yep. You just set up for the Brood to continually put out this kind of pressure with Shackles. And as soon as Celery is dead, Diracho has to be backing off a little bit. Can't play that aggressively. And 100-0 solo kill of Pango, so he needs to be careful.
Yeah, it's pretty scary when you see that the Pulverize comes out and how much damage Boom actually takes. So, Nightfall once again. This is the scary part about this lane, right? All they really have to stop the Shackles is the rebound. So if the Shackles comes out onto the Marcy, the Nightfall gets the free hit, or if, you know, they go forward onto Diracho, they have to try and hit the rebound, and as long as the rebound's on cooldown, there's not much that they can really do. Yeah, you can maybe just makes it very, very hard for this Drow Ranger to play the lane, and now they're going to give it towards the mid lane, but that's when you can see what happens here with Fly and Arbet. They get the onslaught going in, they're going to try and get a kill here on the Diracho.
Going with the onslaught, Diracho is going to be the primary target, and he is already brought down. Fly, too tanky on this Sven, so he doesn't die. And immediately afterwards, they're not done just yet. They might try to go onto Tofu if they can catch the vision. But here come Ace and Celery. They're looking for revenge as well. Tofu gets pulverized. Will Fly be there with the Stormhammer in time? He's not just yet. Two heroes, though, caught in right after the Shackles connect from Crit. The trample from Abed. Not enough to kill off Celery, as Ace does go in with the Primal Split. First one of the game. Really wants to get Crit at least, so they find some degree of reprisal. But it doesn't seem like that's an option for them. As with Arteezy being nearby, the life of these Broodlings is also in question. So he has to escape. Ace comes back, but hits immediately. Do they have the Shackles just yet? Can they hold him down? No, they can't. The Stormhammer will be there. As Celery, he went in to stop this aggression, but the rebound ends up putting him in a dangerous position. Arbet tramples.
Nightfall literally has been not even a thought in my mind for like the last 5 minutes. I couldn't imagine what Gaimin Gladiators are even thinking about this Broodmother right now. But you just open up the map for Arteezy as well as Nightfall to just kind of play these greedier kind of heroes. And Arbet's doing everything. And they've got the combination with Crit as well. And maybe they get to kill on the Boom.
What? Did you see that read that came in from these players? Down bottom, they will kill Fly on the side of EG, but Arbet literally knew
and they're definitely going to start to feel good with how this game is going, but there's 4 EG members too as well.
Oh, Crit breaks the smoke onto 2. They know this move is coming. Also got the Hex out onto Boom, so no early Rolling Thunder. They've gotten the one. Onslaught comes in onto Tofu. Hasn't been able to activate the Static Storm just yet. Fly is the one that gets slowed down by the Diffusal Blade. Glimpse back onto Nightfall. They really want to find that kill. Cycloned up into the air, and they force a buyback from the Nyx Assassin. Will they drop the Static Storm? They have to. They got it on down onto the Nightfall Brood, but unfortunately Arbet has BKB. He can just trample onto Diracho, bring down the Drow, and Arteezy goes into the Metamorphosis, right-clicks down the Disruptor. Really wants to add another kill to his list to make it a triple. Ace doing his best to run away. The Piggy Pole is on. The Onslaught is chasing him. And there's the grab with the Pulverize, setting them up for a double kill on the Nightfall Brood. A full team wipe for the side of EG. And opening the...
Oh, they don't know?
He has been caught.
Oh,
they got him. Found him. He tried his best. Tried to juke the trees. But unfortunately, HY was not correct in this one. Don't stay in the trees. Get out of the trees and go home, my friend. He ends up dead instead. And while this was happening, Arteezy and the crew have just been pushing this tier 2 tower down bottom. It's already at half.
Get these team fights going, but they need to fight well.
This needs to actually get some help to get him out of this bind that he's in at the moment. He wanted to get off the primal split. The only bright side is that Abed did commit the BKB and quite a bit of mana.
Oh, they know they're in the trees.
In these trees. Yeah. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Abed blinks past the Rolling Thunder. They get onto Dyraicho immediately with the metamorphosis of the Terrorblade. Meta with the right-click damage melts through Dyraicho. Tofu will follow him into the grave as well. And that's a triple kill for Arteezy in the midst of this fight. Abed baits out the Rolling Thunder. They found Celery as well. Didn't even commit the Pulverize during the fight, so it's available to cancel the TP and kill off the young Celery Marcy. Oh my goodness, the dodge that Abed did on that roll to deal with the damage outlay coming in from the side of Gaimin Gladiators. But speaking of Dyraicho, him and the crew are top lane right now. They're smoked up. They might come across Nightfall. Nightfall's been scouted. There's an observer watch here, Fluke. Oh. They have perfect vision of this Broodmother. The question is, can they kill him? And indeed they can. She is gone. She is dead. 50 seconds in the grave. Does have access to buyback. Unfortunately, they won't have much time to enjoy their success because they have to respond down bottom. There's exposed lane of Rax here. So they drop the mass serpent wards. They're coming in with everybody to try and defend this. The range Rax are already destroyed. What can they do to try and stop this fight from happening? Dyraicho gets hexed up by crit. The Arteezy Terrorblade has too much damage for Dyraicho to deal with. If he can't get himself away, he's definitely going to die. As Arteezy melts him with the TB, melts the Rax.
Try and go into the back with the Rolling Thunder. You pummel split on the front line, see if you can toss up Arteezy into the air, just leave him in there for a couple of seconds, and just see if you can kill everybody else. They've already done a good job at getting Arteezy about half HP right now. He still has the Aegis, so it'll be a good time for them to go.
Sunder will come out though from Arteezy. He wants to bring down Tofu. Not going to be able to do so, but Tofu might still die here. And a huge crit from the Terrorblade does end off killing off crit. And now here we go. Arteezy turns his attention back to Celery. Tofu and Celery both buy back, and Arteezy taking a lot of damage from Dyraicho. The Rolling Thunder from Broom creating space on the back end of the fight. And with the second life, can they kill him? There's no BKB available from him. The Static Storm is there. The lockdown is there. The damage is out. And Arteezy is gone. Abed couldn't save him, and Abed, his BKB expired just before his TP completed. He almost died himself. He does escape, but it doesn't seem like Crit will be enabled to do the same. They are able to kill Arteezy, but it's expensive. They lost 2 lanes of Rax.
Both in the Spinner's Snare.
Oh, God. Well, that's why we buy the Aghanim Scepter, baby.
Oh, that is so awkward.
Oh,
no.
Feels bad,
Oh, smoke's over, boys.
Unfortunately, there's another one.
Into another one.
Rebounded into it, so they just jump him. Arteezy comes in with the Hurricane Pike, right-clicks him down, insta-kill onto the Celery Marcy. Without buyback either, he bought back for the last engagement, so they know for a fact on the side of EG that they'll be dealing with a 4v5 push. And look where the creep wave is. It's Rolling Thunder. Only connects onto the illusion, though. Oh no, Fluke might be staring at the end of the game. Rock throw coming in from Abed. It connects onto Tofu, but look at Boom. Just dying to roll right clicks. Can buy back though, will be forced into it as they're going onto Tofu as well. With these right clicks, he's gone too as a dieback onto him. Dyraicho will fare no better as he's caught out by Fly, but gets it bailed out at the very end there. BKBs are being popped by Nightfall and the crew to back off from Dyraicho, who's outlaying an absurd amount of damage. But now his BKB is over. They're coming at him with Abed. The Pulverize is ready if they need it, and indeed it comes out. Dyraicho is gone. Ace on the Brewmaster is going to follow him as there's no split remaining. And that's 4 heroes dead. All of them without buyback. And EG will throw themselves into a situation where they are now at the top of the group with 11 wins. They end off by killing off Boom. Oh, they don't actually get the...
Really what you want to play, though.
Doesn't feel good here. Well, what else is left from him? Unless they go like mid lane. Okay, they're going to go for Visage. Ace Visage. Fine. Just don't be in the black hole and just kill him. Yeah,
I was going to say, yeah, as long as you're outside of the black hole, it feels good, right? That's the only real way of getting around it. So, I mean, as long as Nightfall is in a good little spot here, it should be okay. Oh, Celery. Yikes.
Well, he's not in a good spot. He's down. And that is not going to be... Well, he died for... Boom is very far off the pace here. Gets onslaughted into, but Abed is not going to care. He's like, cool, mate. It's fine. I'll just keep on winning.
Yeah, you can see what Boom's trying to do now, right? Like, he just... Oh, okay. Ace does get the first kill there on to crit Arteezy. Rare miss.
Should be fine.
Yeah,
he destroyed the tombstone. It looks that way, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he did. And this is what I was talking about just before with...
Much pressure as they were like 90 seconds ago.
Yeah, this is the reason why we're seeing a whole lot of usage in towards the Shadow Fiend. Like, I like the lane into the SF just because you have the Soul Assumption spam. You've got the Gravekeeper's Cloak to feel strong, but you get the kill on Ace is bad.
Might end up dying, but Arteezy is not safe either. Celery, though, doesn't have the mana to finish him off, and Arteezy will happily be denied instead. Celery didn't want...
The rest of EG coming in to try and help him out. Now, we see the first rotation that's going to be coming in here from Boom. He's got DD Rune, and he's smoked up as well.
Yep. They kill Tofu on the other side of the map, but they might be able to get revenge down bottom. Onslaught is going to connect into Arteezy, the primary target here. He's being pulverized after the trample, and that should net them the kill. Fly is still nearby here. Boom activates the uproar, wants the bonus damage. Will he be able to kill him? Has a DD Rune for good measure, but doesn't have a way to catch up to the Sven. It does have boots and will be able to walk away. Nonetheless, successful rotation, like you said, coming in from this Primal Beast. He's so good at being able to just very quickly make his presence known and get a quick kill for himself. And they might try again middle. Onslaught is up there. Pulverized. He's fine. They have their own observer ward that scouted out Fly making this own movement, so he knew that he needs to get out with the Onslaught ASAP. That might put Abed in a bit of danger here. The Celery is making a rotation over as well. Abed caught in. There's the pulverized. Tofu comes in with the Fire Snap Cookie, and this time around, he's still alive! Gets off a regen rune as well. Who is this Abed guy, man? Outplaying Gaimin Gladiators, and he goes back in for a kill potentially onto Tofu with a maxed out slide. It's back online in 1 second. Should have enough damage to kill, but no. The protection offered by the tier 2 tower enables Tofu to stay alive. He's still gonna go for it though. It's very low cooldown, so he can keep spamming it. They can come back to find him. Diracho, no black hole, but they still have Maleficent. They still have an arrow, and he's gonna probably end up dead. One more right click from these Eidolons, and Diracho's gone. Abed shows up to the top lane as well as Boom goes in, trying to find a way to bring down Crit. Not going to be able to do so. They do cancel the TP though, so Nightfall can't leave, but it turns out that he's not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with him as he brings in some allies.
A creep stack at that point. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you're feeling yourself, you're feeling yourself. So, you know, big props to EG. I like what Gaimin Gladiators are doing, though. They understand that the Shadow Fiend is probably one of the weaker heroes for them to run into. Oh, no, they're running Abed again. Yeah,
Radiant's player has been killed.
And you can see what they're doing, right? Like with their vision. They understand that they want to try and play around this jungle, and this is where the Arteezy Shadow Fiend is going to be, and they're going to see if they can catch him out. They've got him with the Pulverize.
But do they have the damage to kill him is the question, and indeed they do. But now the difficult part, how on earth do we get out of here? Boom already caught in with the Searing Chains. He's trying to get himself out. Nightfall has access to this black hole, just waiting for the opportunity. Channels it onto 2. Abed is chasing Boom away, so they have an easy way to stun up both the Visage and the Celery. Dying. Visage is gone from A. Celery dies as well. Abed cleaned up on the Primal Beast and still able to come back for a double kill. EG.
Onslaught. I think that's the biggest thing for me. They at least know that somebody is up towards this triangle. Who they're going to find first, though? They have to play around. There is a Moonlight Shadow at the ready. They at least have a bit of vision, and he was putting his career in the best spot, and they found Crit.
Got the gust out onto Crit with the multi-shot. They have the damage to bring down the Mirana, but he buys back instantly. And there's Arteezy, willing to commit his first life. Dies very quickly. Erstwhile, we do see Boom activating BKB, going on to Fly. So Sven is dead, and now Arteezy comes back on the second life, but he got stunned up before he could get off the BKB. Yeah, he triggers out the Requiem, but I'm not sure he'll be allowed to escape. He is indeed. Meantime, Black Hole, though, committed onto Tofu as Abed helps to finish him off. Dominating streak for the Enigma, but this
is what I'm going to talk about through the entirety of these group stages here, Snare. The aggressive team is usually the team I'm going to favor.
Yep, Pulverize now going out onto Abed. They came in on the back line here to try go for a pincer maneuver on EG. They succeed in killing Celery, and now Arteezy with his BKB active wants to chomp down the rest of these heroes. They're chasing Ace. Him and his familiars, though, able to get away onto the low ground. They're still alive for now. Fly, in the meantime, falling a little bit low. Doesn't get caught by these multi-shots from the Drow. Ace resummons the familiars. He's still alive. Fly wants the angle for the Stormhammer, is able to find it, but now Fly has overextended as an Onslaught comes in back from Boom. Loses his life, and EG, they've been rebuffed. They started this fight. They were not able to complete it, and Gaimin Gladiators, they sense weakness here. They smoke up to try and catch EG on the retreat, but EG already, they have an observer ward propped down on the high ground. They know that the smoke is incoming, and they are retreating back. They're aware of where all these members are. Here in the high ground, Tofu trying to get rid of the vision, forced off away from the arrow. Celery though, he's in danger as RTZ wants to kill him. The mech gets proc though and ends up keeping alive, but Tofu will still end up dead, forced into buyback. They managed to muscle down the tombstone as well. Abed wants to go in, able to bring down Celery, who he himself lacks buyback. Erstwhile on the back end of the fight. Ace, he's caught out. There's going to be a Stormhammer directly onto his face. Black hole onto him and boom. And it's the BKB variant, so there's no cancel available as 3 heroes have fallen. Last time around, EG were able to just waltz into the Roshan pit after winning such a good fight. And GG, they're forced to walk back with Dyraicho, but without the right-click damage of Dyraicho, there's nothing to fear here for EG. They can do whatever the hell they want in this. They still have an Aegis available as well, still a BKB on RTZ. And by the time Dyraicho gets here, I think we'll have already lost the second lane of Rax for himself here, Fluke. But they jump him now, Onslaught comes in. Can they take the first life? They do through the Pulverize. Dyraicho has arrived in time as well. They took down the opponent, Wraith Pact. Abed though jumps in. Oh no! Arrow almost caught Dyraicho. Is forced into the BKB. EG though, now that they've lost this Aegis, they will remove themselves from the base. But it is still a full lane of Rax that they claim through this mid lane.
Yeah, I liked what Gaimin Gladiators were doing, forcing EG to try and make a decision there, but EG stood strong. They understood, hey, we're the ones with the break is relatively nice and a little bit of extra damage is good because he's always going to get right-clicked, but isn't enough for them to win this fight. Oh,
well, it's not if he dies first without being able to get off a BKB.
The
and there's the black hole onto 3 coming in from Nightfall. They're all gonna die. Requiem on top of it. It's a full 5-hero wipe. Somebody call the referee. This is a TKO as EG knock GG on their backs, destroy them at the end of the game, and secure themselves top of the group with a 2-0 sweep.